All right.
All right.
It is time to install
Parts on this.
some parts. Finally, get some work done on this 300ZX twin turbo. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. We've got some things. This is a twin turbo 91 300ZX that we are slowly going to start. I would call it like resto modding.
Kind of, yeah.
Basically, right?
That is about right, yeah.
Yeah. So far we've only done the intro and the hatch struts, which we did in another video. If you guys want to see a hatch strut install, it'll be up there. Today we're doing a Z1 aluminum undershroud. So
Front and rear, because they're separate apparently.
Oh.
You can buy the individual pieces.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to buy.
So an entire undershroud.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That makes sense why this might be separate then, because this is probably a lot of the rear hardware. And this is probably a lot of the front hardware.
Yeah, the front hardware I assume is really just,
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. Didn't think about it because I was really confused why they separate the hardware, because these are the same as these, but
Right.
that'll do it. So, we have the front undershroud, we have the rear undershroud, we have all the hardware. Z1 does have pretty comprehensive install instructions on their website, but, you know, we are going to bring you along while we do it.
Yeah.
This thing is pretty stock. I'm the second owner. It shouldn't have really been messed with by anybody but me, so
We'll find out.
Here's to hoping that everything is under there that needs to be under there.
Yep.
Oh, a quick thing to point out too. This front panel has these lovely little kind of rib nuts in them.
Yep.
Already in place for you to just add this hardware, so that's nice. This is a pretty nice piece.
I mean, yeah. The
Yeah.
Z1 pieces are great.
They are.
It better be. Not cheap.
They are not cheap, but we are going to lift the car and start doing this.
Yep. If you guys are looking for a spot to jack up this car from, the frame rail's not like...
It's accessible,
yeah.
But putting a jack stand under it isn't that accessible.
Yeah, and then the pinch welds you kind of want to avoid whenever you can, because pinch welds can bend.
Yeah.
So we use the front tow hooks. There are tow hooks on each side. So that's the right one, and then the left one's up
And
there.
there I have some jacks under there to hold this thing up.
Jack stands are on, so here we go. And we are off. Boom. All right, because Indey's that guy, he's gonna be saving the stock undershroud. We're working on the front now.
I am that guy.
I am that guy. So we've got it in. He's just working on getting clips onto the fender liner and moving from there. The first two pieces
bolts are in right here.
First two bolts are in to the rib nuts on the front of the undershroud.
So real quick, back down here. This side is ripped on this little plastic piece, so we're just going to tuck it up here because you also have this bolt hole right here. It's apparently very common for these pieces to be ripped, which makes sense. So yeah, this isn't going to be there, but it'll be tucked up. This will be in, this will be in, this will be in, and this will be in. Okay, so we have our front piece in, we have a rear piece in loosely. I need to tighten everything up, but just so you guys can see it, this is the one we're talking about that doesn't have the clip, so nothing goes here. You just make sure to tuck your fender liner above, but we do have the back clip here, so that'll tighten up. And then we have our two bolts in the front. We have, so basically once you get this front panel in, you need to leave everything loose and kind of hanging down a little bit. And then you're going to take this panel here and slide it in, because you can see it tucks under here. Can you see that? Yep. Yeah, it tucks under here, and then you put 1, 2. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They give you the supplied little silver nuts, but I was able to just loosen the OEM ones enough to slot it in, you know. So I shoved it in this way first, pushed up, shoved it back in, so these were holding it. And yeah, I mean, all things considered, it's a pretty straightforward install. You just want to make sure you have, obviously, if you have your fender liners, you need to make sure they're in, you know. Yep. Other than this guy. But I'm going to tighten this thing up, and then we'll get what it looks like all together. It's a nice looking panel, right?
Yeah, that thing looks really good. Pretty straightforward. Everything just got tightened down. So from there, you know, we have extra hardware.
Yeah, because we didn't need to use. Okay, so these are the ones that I left with the OEM ones. This, and this, right? These are if the lower hoses that are down there hang lower. If they hang low because they're not bolted into the factory position correctly, you use these guys to space the entire undershroud down. this much.
To
Basically.
give clearance for the hoses.
Yeah, to give clearance for the hoses. But mine were not hanging down, so because they were not, I did not need to use them. So this is what we have left. There is, basically they give you an extra, and then this one is for the corner on the fender liner. That wasn't put in.
Right.
So that's gonna do it for our Undershroud install. It's a pretty straightforward item.
It is actually, it's kind of funny because like with this car, I'm very particular because these things come apart in a certain pattern and they go back together in a certain pattern. So I'm always a little bit working on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, all things considered, very straightforward for this car.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys thought about the install. What do you think of the Undershroud?
Just start scatting there. Like,
The Undershroud is gonna have rocks scatting on the bottom, like.
okay, that's fair.
Yeah, let us know what you guys thought of the Undershroud install in the video in the comments down below. And if you liked the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
We appreciate you guys.
Boo!